Hey guys, I'm Offsheen, and today I'm going to show you guys how to use Onshape to 3D model and CAD your VEX V5 robots. So far, I've been using Onshape for about 2 years, and it's helped me qualify for Worlds with the bot that you guys see here today. So I definitely know how powerful it is. For some context on the system itself, Onshape is a cloud-based system, meaning you don't need a crazy good computer, you just need some stable internet. And it allows you to design, assemble, and essentially pre plan your whole robot before you ever have to touch or buy a part. Anyways, let's get straight into it. Alright, so let's go to Onshape. So to get there, all it is onshape.com, and it pops up, and you get to their landing page. Over here, there's a big green sign up button. This is how you get to your account. It'll add for signing up. It just asks a few questions to ask whether you need a student account, a hobby account, or a teacher account. And then there's different subscriptions with all these. I personally took the hobby account for this example, and that's just a completely free account with access to public data. However, all your documents are private. All your documents are public. So if you're looking for a more private option, you could take the professional or the student or the teacher account. But after you go through, there's a little email verification and you get into your homepage. So on your homepage, you on the right side, you have your account. You can access your account settings. You can turn on dark mode. I personally am going to have dark mode for the tutorial because I like it. You have your help menu, which if you have any questions or anything, they'll be over here. But if you ask me any questions in comment section, I'll also be able to answer them. Your learning center, so if there's anything that you ever don't know or you don't understand, you can check there. Your app store, which has a bunch of things that I'll go over in a little bit. Notifications, so you can go through different notifications if things are sent to you. On the left side, you have your create bar, which lets you create whatever you want. I'll go over that in a second. And then exploring, so looking through things, owned by me, recently opened, created by me, shared by me, so if anyone shares anything to you, labels, which I'll go over in a second, and then the public library, which is very fun. But anyways, let's start with by us. So over here, I already have a folder from create, and I labeled it as VEX. And this folders are really just here to help you organize yourself, make sure you have everything that you have where you want it to be. So then I'll go into there and you can create a document. Documents are truly the thing that lets you build. Like for example, in here, you're gonna have all your robots, your parts, and everything. So let's just create a document, and we can call this VEX 1. So this may seem a little bit overwhelming, but over time, don't worry, you'll get used to it. So to start, on the bottom left hand side, you have the part studio and assemblies. Part studios are exactly what they sound like, a studio for parts. So this means that you'll be able to make and create parts. So examples of this would be like plastic, if you need to cut or design plastic, and metal. So like for example, if you need to cut a C-channel in a special way, you can design it first. And then assemblies are exactly what they sound like. It's where you assemble things. So you have all your parts and you assemble them. So how to actually access your parts, there's two different ways. There's two different ways. The first way that is pretty easy is through the VEX V5 library. As you can see, I already have it here, but to get it, all you have to do is go to the App Store up here. And in the App Store, there's a bunch of cool apps. Have fun, explore with it, and try out different things. But for now, you go to the VEX library, and you can go here, and it'll say subscribe, and you'll subscribe to it. And it's always free, so no worries about paying, and it'll look something like this. Anyways, once you've subscribed, then you'll come back here. If it doesn't show up right away, press Ctrl-Shift-R to reload. and it'll pop up over here. Now from over here you can search up the different things. So like for example, if you want a brain, it will come up here and you can try to insert it. However, sometimes this system isn't the best and it's not fails sometimes. So there is another system which I like a lot better. And by clicking the Onshape button logo, you go back to your home, and this system is found utilizing labels and the public library. So if we go to the public library, we can see all the public documents that everyone has made ever. And this is really nice because say if you wanted to find an example of a VEX robot, you can just search VEX robot and you can find one. Like here's one good example of a drivetrain over here. And this is really nice if you're just starting out and you need to learn, like, see different designs. It lets you see different designs. However, do not hole counting. Hole counting is not nice. And it's a rule, so you can get flagged for it and you won't be able to compete. But taking inspiration is a really good idea as it gives you a little bit of a starting point. Anyways, to get the actual VEX parts, you want to go into the search bar, click the little arrow, go into description, and search official, holy smokes, official VEX V5 library. Once you do this, all these parts will come up in here, and this is essentially where you're going to get all your parts. And you can tell that these are the official ones because you can see the amount of links there are. Links essentially means how many parts that are in there, and then copies is how many people have taken examples from there. So to actually import this into every document, you can go into create a new label and select that label as VEX parts, and then you have your label. And then what you can do is you can hold down Control and go through all of these. And once you've selected all the ones that you want, for example, I don't want this one because we're not in over under anymore, so I can deselect that one. You can go and right click and click labels, and then you can import them into any labels. In this case, they're all VEX parts, so you want them in the VEX label. And yeah, once we do that, we can X out, and if we look in here, they'll all be in the VEX label. So when we go back to our document via going to owned by me and then VEX 1, you still don't see them, but it's hiding in here. So if you go to insert and then other documents, you can see your labels, and in this label, all the parts will show up. So for example, say we wanted to bring out a brain, then we can go to electronics and then go to brain. The only con of this one is that it's a little bit harder to access, as oftentimes you'll have to select through the different sections and search, like you'll have to go through which section you want. At first, it's a little hard because you don't have it, but the more you do it, you end up memorizing it, and like automatically, like I know that, oh, at the bottom, the sprockets are here, and I can go find a sprocket real quick. So that's really nice. The last way to put in parts is via the import tool. Now, you want to use this tool when there isn't any, when the parts aren't already in this system. Like for example, if we go through here, you'll notice that there isn't actually an AI vision sensor. Those are a very important piece for this year's game. And most likely future games as well, due to the implementation of the QR codes or April tags. So to get those into your document, all you have to do is go and search up and go to the VEX website and you can just search it right here, vision sensor. Go to their CAD files, and then you can download them. So once you download them, once you download it, it'll show up in here. And you can click import over here. And search for it. I already had one installed, so it didn't pop up here. But if I go to AI vision sensor and select it, and then usually when it's parts like electronic parts, you want to have it combined into a single part studio and join adjacent surfaces, just so it doesn't pop up as 1,000 parts. And then you'll make a CAD import folder. You'll see the process in the notifications tab, and you can just watch it go. And ta-da! You have a part over here for an AI vision sensor. If you click P, it removes and gives the plane. Nice little tip. But then from here, you can go and insert. You can go to current document because this AI vision sensor is in the current document, and then you can click it and bring it in. Anyways, that's everything for getting started with VEX. Next time, we will be going over the different mates that there are over here and putting things together. Anyways, until then, have fun. I'll see you guys next time.